Plus, the Now's Allison Gargaro teaming up with a kid baker to bring you a delicious cupcake recipe on a new episode of Simply Sweet. That's all ahead on the Now Bakersfield. Chris?
Let's get over to today's lineup here on the Now, and companies targeting younger workers really could make it harder for older people to land a new gig. Well, a number of lawsuits right now over this, and we're looking into what you can do to stand out if you are an older worker. And with so many of us not carrying around cash anymore, how about this? More churches going digital with their donations. We're talking passing portable card readers from pew to pew instead of a collection basket. And you won't believe who big stores like Walmart now using to try and influence how we shop. They're bringing in kids as young as 6. We're going to get into that new trend ahead here on the Now.
All right, looking forward to it, Chris. Thanks. Tonight on a new episode of Tori's Trails, we're stepping into Native American territory to explore the world they left behind for hikers. Now Bakersfield's Tori Cooper has more details on what you can expect on your way to the top. Tori?
Jessica, the Unal Trail is an interpretive trail, meaning it's a moderate-length trail with concentrated informational stops meant to inform visitors about what they are seeing. In this case, the Unal Trail provides visitors with more awareness of the Native American heritage left behind in the Sequoia National Forest. Check it out.
Inside nature's home, there are many pieces of history.
Unal Trail was developed in partnership with the U.S. Forest Service and the local Tubatalabal.
The Tubatalabal people are some of the first to call the Kern River Valley their home, and members of the tribe with ties to land associated with the Unal Trail left behind these numbered stops to ensure visitors walked away with something more than just a workout.
Teach forest visitors not only about Forest Service management practices, but also about the early Native Americans that lived in this area.
To go along with your trek is this booklet, written from the Tubatalabal perspective, describing each different significant area on the way to the top.
This is stop number 2 on the Unal Interpretive Trail. It talks about the incense cedar tree in front of us.
The tree itself is 125 feet tall and over 250 years old, and it represents the Tubatalabal's move to these high mountains during the summer months when they were seeking shady relief from the heat. Unal means Trail of the Bear in the Tubatalabal language, so don't be surprised if you see a bear on your way. 7 stops later, we found these gooseberries.
You can see by looking at this berry that it's covered in prickly spines.
Bears and natives snacked on these berries during the summer, so I gave them a try after we cut it open.
These are actually really good.
Today, they are used in jams and pies. At stop 20, the Tubatalabal left visitors like me a warning about the stinging nettle plant that grows along moist trails, including the Unal Trail.
If you see this plant, although it looks kind of soft and fuzzy, you'll definitely want to avoid this.
The soft and fuzzies will actually make your skin itch and burn, so stay clear. The tribe used the steep mountain off in the distance to navigate where they were, because for them, knowledge meant survival, and a shady spot at stop number 25 meant home. Many bedrock mortars were still in place at their campsite where they made food. Along the 3-mile loop, we climbed over 4,000 feet in elevation where skies were clear and away from the haze.
We just made it to the top of the Unal Trail. Many hikers I spoke to said that all you need to do is simply get above 4,000 feet to be above the haze when the air quality is unhealthy for sensitive groups. I bought this mask with me just in case I started feeling, not the best, and I didn't have to use it because today we are above 6,000 feet.
The top overlooks the San Joaquin Valley, and other visitors left behind this bench just for you to enjoy the view before making your way back.
Now, the Unal Trail is a perfect escape from the heat during the summer months, and it's a low-intensity hike made for anyone just looking to get outside at their own pace. If you are interested in learning more about the trail along your hike, just stop by the U.S. Forest Service station at the bottom of the trail to grab a booklet. And make sure you tune in next week to find another hidden place near you on Tori's Trails. For the Now Bakersfield, I'm Tori Cooper, 23 ABC. Chris?
Let's get to the Now news feed. Scary report here. The Pentagon saying China is likely training pilots to target the United States. The country developing its fleet of long-range bombers. The report also says China is working on its long-range nuclear program. A step towards the U.S. pulling away from the conflict in Syria. The White House ending its $200 million in funding for the Syria Stabilization Project. That money went to groups helping people impacted by the Civil War. The federal government wants Puerto Rico to pay 10% of the recovery costs from Hurricane Maria. It could be around $100 million. Just this week, the entire island had power for the first time since that storm. Well, the older you get, the harder some things become. I mean, that's just life. But finding a job, that really shouldn't be one of them. But, you know, there is a law that's supposed to protect against age discrimination. Still, many companies are targeting their job ads towards younger people. Now, some people think that's not okay. There are lawsuits pending against T-Mobile, Facebook, and other big companies accusing them of discriminating against older workers, using tactics like excluding users 40 and older from seeing the ads, only recruiting on college campuses, even capping the number of years of experience someone can have. Now, experience obviously is supposed to be a good thing, right? So here are some ways to get around the age factor in your job search. This is from the job site Monster. During the interview, they say, talk about how much longer you want to keep working. Also, make sure you are up to date on the latest technology and trends in your field so you don't need any additional training. And on your resume, they say, don't include dates on your degree or work history. Also, keep your eyes out for the right company, always important, one that hires people of all ages, and you can check company reviews online. Plus, during your interview, pay attention to the employees that are already working there. So some good information there, but we do want to make another check of our lineup, and so many of us just not carrying around cash anymore. More churches seeing that, so they're going to digital donations. We're talking about passing around portable card readers instead of the collection basket. We'll show you how that happens next here on The Now. Well, we use our credit cards, phones, the internet to pay for pretty much everything these days. But what about church offerings? The Now's Kamasi Aaron found out more churches are turning to digital donations. Their members also welcoming the change.
We were looking, we could compare.
Twice a week, you'll find Judy Cox here, volunteering at her church.
Oh, and what's this? Because there should be a space.
It's just one of the ways she gives back.
Yeah, about this.
Her tithes and offerings are another.
For all the wonderful things that St. Andrew does for me, that I need to be able to reciprocate in a way that will be able to help them.
But she doesn't wait till the plate is passed on Sunday. She gives electronically.
It's like all the rest of my bills. I pay them electronically. Then that's one huge chore I don't have to think of each month. I just check it off and know it's been taken care of.
And right now, we've got more than 40% of our congregation giving regularly electronically.
Andy Dunning is executive pastor at Judy's Church and says it's a far cry from giving patterns of the past.
Cash is the least of any of the ways that we receive donations. Some people still write checks, but it's surprising how few even do that.
Maybe because at St. Andrew, churchgoers can swipe and give at this kiosk in the lobby, text to give during service, or give online.
We want to make giving as easy and convenient as possible.
It's a trend that's spreading across the nation and the world. The Church of England says 16,000 religious sites now have access to portable card readers. And here in the U.S., hundreds of churches have installed kiosks like these.
I'm really pleased that we are finding ways for the congregation to connect to the work that we're doing and to the work that God is doing in the community.
Using a different method to continue spreading the same message. For the Now, I'm Kumasi Aaron.
Really interesting, Kamasi. Thank you. Let's check out the Now news feed. Look at a couple stories we're following. And Tesla shares down. This is after reports the government is looking into the company. There are concerns that Tesla misled investors. 2 rental car brands letting younger people get cars. Dollar and Thrifty now letting 20-year-olds rent. That comes down from the age of 21. Well, the key to having a better time at work could be all linked to just how your desks are set up. Yeah, new today, researchers say get rid of cubicles, have an open design plan. They say people did more physical activity in the office and they were less stressed outside of work when they did that. New crash test results out on some popular cars. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety just smashing the front passenger sides of 3 minivans to test them out. The Chrysler Pacifica and Honda's Odyssey earning the top safety picks. They both have superior rated front crash prevention systems. Now, the Toyota Sienna did the worst in a crash. The safety cage collapsed there, the dummy with injuries on the right thigh and leg, and it was rated marginal overall. Now, since minivans often carry kids, the group also rated just how easy it is to use the latch system for car seats. They found none of them were really simple to understand, and that could mean improperly installed seats. Now, the Honda Odyssey ended up with the best rank for its latch system. Well, earlier this week, we talked about how Google got caught still tracking people even after they turned off their location history. So instead of promising not to do it anymore, Google just changed the language on its help page that's supposed to explain how all of this works. Now, in the fine print, it now says, some location data may be saved as part of your activity on other services like search and maps. Before it said places you go are no longer stored, which just isn't true.
All right, Chris, and thanks for that. Well, who doesn't love cupcakes? Tonight, the Now's Allison Gargaro teaming up with a local little girl whose own special cupcake recipe earned her a spot on a kid's cooking competition. Together, they'll show you how to make a treat that could be perfect for a child's birthday party in a new episode of Simply Sweet. Check it out.
Welcome back to Simply Sweet. I'm Allison Gargaro, and I am here with the fabulous kid baker, Miss Hannah. How long have you been baking?
I've been baking since I was 8 years old.
And you just fell in love with it?
Yes.
And you've competed in competitions. And not just any competition, Hannah was a semi-finalist in the 2018 Incredible Kids Cook-Off, making her Hannah Banana Nut Cupcakes. What are we going to be making today?
Today we're making rainbow confetti unicorn cupcakes.
That sounds so good. So we started with a confetti-based cupcake, but one of the best parts of this cupcake, actually the buttercream frosting, and we're going to show you how we made it. First, we're going to start by creaming together 1 cup of butter. Once that is smooth, we're going to add the powdered sugar, but the trick is going to be mixing this on low to start to make sure that we don't have sugar flying everywhere. Add 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and then let's mix this together. Don't be afraid to use a spatula to get all of this goodness into the bowl. We divided it evenly into 3 little bowls, and now we're going to mix in some colors. What colors did you choose and why?
I chose pink, purple, and blue, the classic unicorn colors.
Let's put how many drops of food coloring in each?
Since it's the gel, you just put a little bit.
Now it's time to put everything in the piping bag.
Yes.
So one thing that we just want to let everyone know is make sure that you put the tip in first and then fold the sides down so that it doesn't get super messy on the outside. And then let's start putting everything in.
So I'm going to start with blue. And then we use our finger to slide it out.
So one color goes on one side.
Yes. And then on the other side, we put purple. And then on the top, we put pink. Just fold this up. And then I'm going to push this all down. So you twist it so nothing falls out.
Good idea.
So you can see all the colors. They're not mixing.
Oh, that is so pretty. You can really see all the colors. Wow, look at that. That is perfection.
It's pastel. So we have sprinkles. We have sanding sugar. Start putting the sanding sugar on here. Just put sprinkles. These fruit candies, there's different flavors. We have some scissors. We're just going to cut them. Add it right there. And then you can add on both of them, and it kind of looks like a little unicorn.
That's so cute. And I know that earlier we were saying that you can use the little bugles and dip them in white chocolate.
Yes, and then you can put little sprinkles on them.
So it acts as the horn of the unicorn. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Finally time to taste, but first let's cut into this so that you can see beautiful inside. So look at that. You can see all the sprinkles that are inside the cake. But I think it's time we finally taste this. So each take a little half. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is so good. First, I feel like we need to talk about the cupcake. It is so moist and you get a little bit of sweetness, even some bite from the sprinkles. And I've totally, completely melted into that beautiful batter, but the buttercream, definitely the best part. Super sweet, rich.
Creamy, it's colorful, and it's pastel.
And then the candy, I mean, come on. You did such a great job. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we are so glad. Let us know what your favorite type of cupcake is in the comments below. And give us a like on Facebook, Simply Sweet Allison. Thanks for watching.
Professional kitchen and appliances provided by Earners, Kern County's appliance leader.
So cute. Those look delicious. And here at 23 ABC, we are on a mission to put more books into the hands of local children. 23 ABC is teaming up with the Kern Literacy Council to make it all possible through the If You Give a Child a Book campaign. For the first time, the community is also being invited to get involved. With each dollar raised, we're helping get books into the hands of local kids in need. For more information on how you can get involved, just visit our website, turnto23.com. All right, we are coming right back after this short break.
Let's get to the Now News feed. Miss America, you thought that new leadership would mean less controversy. Think again, because the current Miss America says that she was bullied, silenced, and manipulated by current leadership, and that includes current chair Gretchen Carlson. New York University med students don't have to worry about tuition anymore. NYU announcing a scholarship to cover every new, current, and future med student. Costs $55,000 a year to go to that school. MoviePass's troubles continue. The latest change, now the subscription service saying it's limiting showtimes and the movies you can see. Uber adding another transportation option on its app. Its new electric bike, just in a few cities right now, but Uber is hoping to eventually make it nationwide. It starts at $1, then for every minute after that, it's 15 cents. The Now's Annie Taylor taking it for a test ride.
It's called Jump, and it's so easy. All you do is go into your Uber app and request the bike. They'll tell you where the bike is, and then you'll walk over to it. Once you find it, you type in the code, and it's all yours. Actually, Dave Nelson joins me now because I want to learn more about this. Dave, what is this all about? Because this is just one more thing that Uber now has to offer.
Sure, yeah. It's part of a growing multimodal effort by Uber to provide all kinds of modes of transportation. Jump is an electric dockless bike that allows you to go further, faster, and have more fun doing it.
But I gotta ask, because we've seen bikes like this before. We've seen the scooters everywhere around town. What's the difference between the Jump bike and all the rest?
Sure. Jump is, well, for one, it's a bicycle. It is a dockless bike, so it allows you to pick it up, lock it, drop it off anywhere that's convenient for you. And then the biggest difference is that it's electric. So it takes you 20 miles an hour and lets you get to where you're going a little quicker.
All right, pretty sweet. But now I gotta take a ride on it.
Of course.
For the Now, I'm Annie Taylor.
Well, that's one way to head into the weekend. With school kids heading back to start the new school year, some of them may ride with mom and dad. Others, though, rely on the bus. And it turns out the bus is actually a safer option. There are two safety groups that say students about 70 times safer on the bus. It all has to do with the way buses are built, never mind the fact that they're large, yellow, really hard to miss, obviously, on the road. Now, the buses are also the most regulated vehicles on the road, and in the event a bus is hit by another car, passengers are more likely to have less severe injuries. That's because of the way crash forces are distributed on a heavier vehicle. Now, the seats are also designed to absorb energy from a crash. Now, speaking of seats, not all school buses have seat belts. Right now, only 6 states, and that includes Florida and New York, require them. There is some debate going on about this. Seatbelts obviously keep us safer in regular cars. Some experts calling on seatbelts to be mandatory in school buses. But critics say in case of an emergency, it could be difficult for kids to get out if they need to unbuckle. All right, let's check back in with our lineup here. And stores are now using kids as young as 6 years old to try to influence how we shop. We're going to get into this new trend when the Now continues. Well, advertisers seem to be leaving celebrities behind and instead turning to online personalities. They're more commonly known as influencers. Annie Taylor's here, and this is really good work if you can get it. You know, you think of the people you see on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, Chris, there is this kid on YouTube who is just 6 years old, the cutest thing you've ever seen. Not only, though, is he this like YouTube sensation, but he's also a spokesperson for Walmart.
Just 6. Wow.
I know. So this is Ryan, and if you got kiddos at home, then you may be familiar with this YouTube channel called Ryan Toys Reviews. Now, he does unboxing videos with toys and shows how they work. Some of Ryan's videos have as many as 8 million views, and Walmart, they took notice. The store just started selling a line of toys branded as Ryan's World. But Walmart's not the only one doing this. Advertisers are using influencers to target shoppers of all ages. A mobile shopping app called Dote has brought in Emma Chamberlain, another YouTube vlogger. Dote started a line featuring Emma. It sold out in just 3 hours. Some shoppers say this type of advertising works because these social media stars are more relatable than a celebrity.
It's someone you know, like someone you watch videos of, and you like trust their opinion. They wouldn't like advertise a product that's bad.
Experts say what this all really comes down to is value. Shoppers want to know they're actually getting a deal, and they're willing to try out new stuff, especially if it's an everyday person like a YouTuber, because they're telling them that it's a great deal, and it probably is.
All right, Annie, thanks. And complaints about dishonest salespeople trying to sell us home security systems are on the rise. Monday on The Now, we're showing you what you need to watch out for so you don't fall for their tricks.
And don't forget, coming up tonight on 23 ABC News at 11, the high school football season has officially kicked off, and we'll have highlights tonight. That's right, Friday Night Live is back, featuring our new sports director, Kero. Again, that's tonight on 23 ABC News at 11. That's going to do it for us here on The Now. We hope to see you back here tonight, though, for 23 FNL. Have a great night.